employment is dead. That's just the fact. The old notions that we have of people coming together in one office, 9 to 5, massive corporate headquarters, it just doesn't work anymore. In the new economy, the reason why companies like Bitcoin, Airbnb, Uber, why these companies are so successful is because the blockchain mentality tells us that the technology is right, the mentality is right for people to work in a new and decentralized way. The freelance economy grew by 63% in 2015 and continues to grow at a high rate. The UK economy is made up to the point of 15% of freelancers. It's estimated that the self-employed workforce in Europe will be larger than the public sector workforce this year. In the US, 34% of the workforce in that country is made up of freelancers. They estimate that will increase by 2020 to over 40%. That is $700 billion contributed to the economy by 53 million freelancers in the United States. Now in South Africa, where we have almost 30% unemployment, this is a huge opportunity for us to try to find ways. We have many of those 30% of unemployed people are skilled graduates from technikons, from universities who simply cannot find jobs. And the reason we can't connect them to jobs is because we can't physically get them to the places where jobs are available, whether it's in this country or in another country. The fact is that there's a high cost of employing people, both for the employer and for the employee. For the employer, you have to provide infrastructure, you have to provide a building, you have to provide insurance, stationery, internet, food, coffee, sugar, tea, toilet paper. For the employee, there's the cost of getting to work, transport. There's the cost of looking after your children. What are they going to do after school? Looking after your dog. The security of your house because you're not there. The time that you lose sitting in traffic, sitting on trains, sitting on buses, sitting on taxis, where you can't learn, you can't be productive, you can't earn money. For many people, that's 3-4 hours a day. That is completely unproductive time. But the fact is the workforce is mobile. People are mobile. They've got internet wherever they're going. They can get wherever they want. There's Uber, there's Gautrain. There's all sorts of ways for people to get wherever they want to be. The workplace is digital. People are working in the cloud. We have cloud-based solutions like Google Docs. We have Office 365. You get email wherever you want. You've got WhatsApp. You've got all these tools that say you don't have to be in one specific place to receive instructions, to talk to your customers, to provide service to your clients. Broadband is more pervasive than it's ever been, even in South Africa. Mobile networks have pretty much 100% coverage. We have new products that's making internet cheaper and more accessible to more people than ever. And right now, in South Africa, we actually have more cell phones than people. And many of those are smartphones. Smartphone adoption is continuing to grow. So people have technology to be able to connect them to their employers. The marketplace is global, so why shouldn't the workforce and the workflow and the workplace be global? So where does HelpNet come in? We're an app that connects your customers to skilled operators and industry experts that can resolve their problems and provide them with customer service. We provide the communication technology and integration to facilitate those conversations. We incentivize quality service through our customer ratings, through our gamification, and an algorithm that makes sure that the people who give the best service make more money. The better your service, the more money you make. And customers can choose to connect themselves to people who give better service. Operators work when they want. They get to choose their hours. They can spend their time doing what they love, as well as spending as much time as they want making money. The businesses have a 24-hour workforce around the globe that they don't need to recruit and they don't need to train. The benefits to the employer: lower operational costs, higher motivation for the people who are servicing your customers, which leads to increased customer service, increased customer sentiment, global workforce working 24 hours a day, whether it's 24 hours in this country or people in other countries who in different time zones, which means that you constantly have people servicing your customers. Decreased labor costs. You don't have to do performance reviews. You don't have to manage these employees, check whether they're at work on time, if they're at their desk, if they're on Facebook when they should be working, because the interactions with the customers are going to manage their pay. For the employee, decreased costs related to employment, higher motivation, flexible working hours. They can spend time with their families. They can spend time on the golf course if they want. If it means that later at night they can do the work that they want to do and earn the money that they want to. Financial incentives, if their work is great, they're going to be paid more because they're going to be requested by customers who want that quality. And they get to work with the brands and the projects that matter to them. The great thing for businesses is that your current workforce is going to want to move onto this platform because it incentivizes those who are working hard. It means that they can work when they want. They can have that flexibility, and the business is still going to save, even though they're going to get a bigger share of that budget. Your customers are going to enjoy the better service. They're going to get more personal attention. They're going to have 24-hour service on platforms that they choose without you having to carry a huge operational cost of overtime, night pay, and all of those other costs that make it incredibly difficult. Your company's costs will decrease while your profits increase due to higher customer sentiment and a much more engaged workforce. And the greatest part about it is that your company gets to focus its time and its resources on what matters the most to you, which is developing your products, developing your customer experience, and putting value where you are the authority, which is your core business.